Trojan, Florida, Clemson, Oregon Ducks, Texas, Oregon, Oklahoma, Miami, LSU Tigers selected. Miami, Oklahoma, Oregon, Texas, Clemson Tigers, away, Florida State Seminoles selected. LSU Tigers selected. Miami Hurricanes selected. Oklahoma, Oregon Ducks, Texas, Oregon Ducks, home team selection, ready. View, skill, advance, edit uniforms, entering, current, practice selected. Current home selected. Nike away jersey selected. Current away selected. Jersey, Nike home pants selected. View Superstar X Factor submenu. Entering game settings screen, you have 9 options. Game style option is set to arcade is selected.
It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W. Chase W. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Beats, leave it in the street. Case on the news.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to this.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between our visitors and our home team. This will be fielded at the 6. He won't go down, but he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And his first look is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. On fourth down, Lawrence looking for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. In for the score as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. CD, that call, it took some guts. It's not like they were at the 1-yard line. They had some distance to go.
They certainly did, and, you know, a lot of people might say that's fly by the seat of your pants type of coaching, but it's also sending a message out there. We're going to be unpredictable. You can't prepare for anything with us. You never know which way we're going to go. We zig, you zag.
And now some serious opening drive momentum. And now the Broncos are going to line up and elect to go for two here. Operating from the gun, Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. We knew he was close to the line of scrimmage, and they say he stepped over.
Well, when you see him in that position, you think he's become a runner. As a DB, you start to react towards the line of scrimmage. They can often throw it over your head.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Detroit Lions getting ready to set up shop for their first offensive series. And as we think about the quarterback position, it's been a revolving door in 2019. Of course, Matthew Stafford, longtime starter, out with a back injury. They turned to Jeff Driscoll for 3 weeks. He was then sent to the IR with a hamstring issue, so enter undrafted rookie David Blau from Purdue, his first start on Thanksgiving Day. But through all of that, do you see Matt Stafford, Charles, as the Lions QB in 2020?
If he so chooses to be the quarterback in 2020, yes. And what I mean by that is, at this stage of his career, does Matthew Stafford go to his front office and say, hey, I've been here a long time. Things haven't worked out the way we wanted. I want to go to a place where I have a chance to win right now. And that's not unprecedented. I'm not sure I see Matthew Stafford doing that. If he wants to be the quarterback of the Lions in 2020, the job most certainly will be his.
Entering pause screen. Resume.
The run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they got a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to drop. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Broncos. There he goes left side. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. That maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make our score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken from the 7. And some room to run now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A 93-yard kickoff return. And the Broncos push further out in front. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll be out of bounds well short of the goal line, so the attempt at the fake extra point unsuccessful.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys.
Entering pause screen. Resume.
Ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that, just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. As the Lions come back out here, CD, you know, it's going to be another January with no meaningful football in the city of Detroit. 4 years now without a playoff appearance. We know the numbers by now, but no playoff wins since January of '92. No division titles since '93. Just 3 division titles going all the way back to 1958. So in a league with so much parity from year to year, why are the Lions the outliers?
Man, he brought me down with that.
That was bad. That was a lot of stuff I just threw at you at home.
You left out the 1 playoff win since 1957.
Well, I felt like there were enough bullets in there that were depressing.
Yeah, I just don't understand it personally because this is a league where everyone is built to be 8-8 every year.
Yeah.
And then it's a matter of whether you improve your team enough to get to the playoffs. And you would think that over time that would happen more frequently for them. Continuity is going to be the key. A lot of discussion about whether the head coach will be back, whether or not they're going to make a change at the GM. I think they should stay the course, let everything take effect, and give it a real, meaningful opportunity for the Lions to make a move and get back into the playoff race.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Let's go.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
We go set 70 Indy. Check right, check right.
On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now they'll run on the draw. And he'll at least get them inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Matt Patricia here on 4th down, sending out the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. It'll be the 4th straight season without playoffs in the Mile High City since they won Super Bowl 50 and Peyton Manning retired. This year, a slow start really doomed them. They began the year 0-4. A couple of those losses were close by 2 points, but defensively, they also lost Bradley Chubb. Of course, Joe Flacco goes. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried the fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumping all the way from the outside, maybe getting a little early start in the corner blitz.
And the only time it makes sense to get that penalty is exactly as you described. Otherwise, he should never get that penalty.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, you're up.
Entering pause screen. Resume.
The line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Go.
To throw from his end zone. Lawrence under pressure and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. So the screen pass goes backwards. That play seemed to have a potential disaster written all over it from the start.
I mean, wasn't that a tough spot on the field to make that call? You're inviting defensive linemen and linebackers to get pressure. So if one of them sniffs this out, you're definitely in danger. And this time, it cost them 2 points.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Kick catch interference. Kicking team.
A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Set, ready? 10 Lobo.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And oh, he coughed it up.
Hey, rock it.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And this one is right through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards.
Lawrence's pass complete to number 9.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen, because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
70, Indy.
On first down, they go with Dixon. 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. 48 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point attempt here still to come. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
Partner, they're up big. They snap the ball from the 15 for a regular PAT, yet they fake it and get it. Is the kicker's leg tired? What's going on here?
I don't know, but defensively, now with this deficit, now you add 2 more onto that. They fake the PAT. That stings a little.
It definitely stings, and I know the guys that I played for, they wouldn't be as mad at the opposition as they would have been at us for allowing that to happen.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this. Taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
2nd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Drop deep, drop deep.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First target, first catch, and a first down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well, a gutsy call there. You exit the locker room with a lead. Tried the onside kick. It didn't work.
And you just wonder what the gain was there. They're already in the lead. They were in control of the game. They may have given momentum now to their opponent and maybe kick-started things going in the opposite direction.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Going to give this time to the tailback. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back to throw. Lawrence completes it to Dixon. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
And the Broncos once again going for 2. They'll try and throw for it. On the move to his left. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And is there bad blood here? I mean, and go for 2 when you're up that much?
Entering pause screen. Resume.
Wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Here we go, set. 15 line it. 15 line. Watch QB drop. Shoot.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Set. 60 or. Watch the run. Watch the run. Hit it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Down to the 25. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll look to throw here. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. The 60 Pittsburgh. It's tackles. Ready, ready.
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Here we go, D. Now.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Here we go now as they will again try for 2. Now a toss going left. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Oh, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Let's go, D. Get it. Come.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
He'll drop to throw, and this is going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
And you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
50, play. Ready.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's to the 10. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
15, Ronnie. 15 line. Snap.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he is not going to get to the goal line. And for the first time here this afternoon, they are thwarted on the two-point conversion. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one, we want two. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable that they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here come the Lions now.
On the set.
Mike 34, Mike 34.
Ricky. Big River.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. The Lions on third down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 30. Past the 20. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 60 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's loose again. 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Instant replay. Entering pause screen. Resume.
Again, Elvin partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this. No, okay.
Kicking team.
So that one will be accepted.
Let's go. On the double. 34's a look. He's coming. Check him. Stay with your man.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it
Post-game
with them.
report
As
players
an offensive
cats.
coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass,
Finish
it's all going
game.
to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Entering